Every day, someone decides to start building their personal brand. They set up their Instagram, they film a few videos, they post, and then they wait. The followers don't come, the DMs don't come, the clients definitely don't come. So they do what everyone tells them to do. They post more, they study what's trending, they copy the formats that seem to be working for other people. And still, nothing changes. Not because they're not working hard enough, but because nobody ever told them what a personal brand actually is. A personal brand is not a follower count, it's not an aesthetic, it's not even your content. It's the answer to one single question. When someone needs what you do, are you the first person that they think of? That's it. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build that, step by step, in 2026, in a way that actually makes you money. Before we get into it, quick context of who I am and why any of what I'm saying actually matters. My name is Nathan, and I've spent the past 5 years inside some of the biggest and fastest growing brands and agencies. Hundreds of thousands of followers built, millions of views generated, and millions of dollars influenced through content strategy and paid media. I've personally built and managed content teams for 7, 8, and 9-figure brands. And what I found every single time is that content wasn't actually the problem. The problem was everything built around it. The team culture, the SOPs, accountability structures, and the way tasks got managed and distributed. Most owners and operators completely overlook this. They hire a few people, cross their fingers, and wonder why nothing feels consistent. I got obsessed with solving that. And now I'm building this channel to share everything I've learned so you don't have to figure it out the hard way. All right, let's get into it. So, why does personal brand matter more right now than ever before? People are done buying from faceless companies. They want to buy from people they know, people they trust. Think about the last time you bought something from a random ad you saw. Now, think about the last thing you bought when someone recommended it for you online. That gap, that's the power of a personal brand. And here's what most people miss. A personal brand isn't about followers. It's about positioning. It's about being the obvious choice when someone is looking for an answer that you provide in the space. Whether you're a business owner, a freelancer, a coach, or an agency operator, a strong personal brand means shorter sales cycles, better clients, and more leverage in every single room you walk into. Okay, here's the framework. 3 simple pillars. Get all 3 of these right and your personal brand becomes a genuine business asset. Miss one of these and you're just going to be posting into the void. You have about 5 seconds when someone lands on your page for the first time. 5 seconds to answer 3 questions. Who are you? Who do you help? Why they should care? You need to be known for one thing before you can be known for everything. Any social media algorithm does not reward generalists, and your audience definitely doesn't remember generalists. On Instagram specifically, that 5-second test comes down to 3 simple things that people check before they even scroll your feed. First, your bio. This is not the place where you should be clever or mysterious. This is the place to be completely clear. Who do you help? What do you help them do? And what is the result they can expect to get from you? And you should write this like a headline, not a paragraph. If someone reads your bio and they can't immediately tell why you're relevant to them, then you're just gone. The second thing in your bio should be your business or your agency tag / business tag. If you have a company, link it in your profile. This should tell people instantly that you're not just a content creator, you're also an operator. There is something real behind your brand. And that credibility signal matters more than people actually realize. The third thing you should have in your bio is your link. And don't just drop a random URL in there. You should use something like a link tree where you can provide multiple URLs in there. Maybe even suggest a YouTube video to go watch or a VSL to go watch for your offer, or even a free training that you offer to try to get them to trust you and earn your business that way. When I was building out one of my best known clients' profile on Instagram, the first thing we did is fix that. We rewrote the bio, we updated the link, and made the whole page tell one coherent story. When new people landed on that page, they knew that they were in the right place for the information that they wanted. And that clarity is what drove growth. Everything else after that just followed. 1 million views versus 1,000. One of these is building a business and the other is building a number. Here's something I learned while working with some of the biggest info brands in the country. Your vanity metrics are not the goal. They are just the byproduct of that goal. Let me be really specific. You post a video and it gets 1,000 views, but 20 people comment the word build. They go through your funnel that you set up through ManyChat. They get a free training that you offered them. They follow you and they start watching your Instagram stories. That's 20 warm leads inside your world. That's real growth. Now compare that on the flip side to where you get 1 million views, but no one actually cares about what you have to offer. All they did there was just watch for entertainment and then move on to the next reel. And what did you build from all of that? Absolutely nothing. Nothing of substance. Maybe you gained some followers and you gained those vanity metrics, but when it comes down to you selling on social media and having that organic funnel, you have come up empty once again. Trust isn't built in being viral. It's actually built in being intentional with what you do. Almost every single content you post should have its own job. So before you hit publish on your next video, ask yourself real quick, what do I want someone to do after they watch this video? And if you can't answer that, rewrite it. I've watched brands spend thousands of dollars for pretty looking content, but nothing substantial to come from it afterwards. You don't need to be that brand. The brands people remember don't just show up in one place. They show up everywhere, and they always feel the same. Your personal brand has to feel like the same person across every platform, every post, and every single video. The tone, the visuals, and the value all needs to be consistent. It should really just be seamless and make them feel like they already know you. And consistency isn't just about aesthetics, it's about content strategy. This is a rule I give every single person that I work with. Your short form should be a direct reflection of your long form. If your main thing is podcasts, then 80% of your reels on Instagram should be podcast clips. And you shouldn't be making content from scratch every single day. You should just be taking and picking moments from already existing content and then pushing it onto a different platform. That alone does two things. It keeps your brand consistent and makes sure everything is traced back to the same source. And second, it creates a pipeline. Someone who's willing to watch a full 60-second clip is going to want to watch more and then find the full episode. Now, all of a sudden, they're in your world for an hour instead of a minute. The brands that feel scattered look way more like this. Oh, today I'm gonna post a motivational quote, and then the next day I'm gonna post a random talking head video, and the day after that I'm gonna post a meme. Those are the brands people scroll past before they even give them a chance. Consistency is what is gonna make you recognizable, and recognizable is exactly what makes you money. So, what platform should you actually focus on? My answer in 2026 is you need a home base and a distribution network. These are two different things, but most people will treat them like the same exact thing. Your home base is where you go deep. Your distribution network is how new people find you. So in this scenario, your home base would be long form and your distribution network would be short form on like Instagram Reels, TikTok, LinkedIn, what have you. First, pick your home base, then figure out your distribution system. And while all that is happening, obsess on how to bridge that gap. Here's the part nobody talks about. And it's the thing that actually separates personal brands that make money and ones that don't. A sales infrastructure. You could have 1 million followers and make nothing if you don't have a clear path for those followers to go. So let me show you exactly what that looks like. Step 1, give before you ask. The most effective tool for this right now is 1000% ManyChat. Essentially what ManyChat does is, let's say you post a video and your CTA or call to action at the end of that video is comment the word build. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start getting comments in that say the word build. ManyChat will automate that flow from there to the DMs, then to a different pipeline. So the most successful way you can set that up is they comment, they get a reply comment, they get a DM. In that DM, it says, to get this free training, to get this free thing that I'm giving out for free, that I'm offering for free of value, you must follow me first. Once they hit follow, it'll then send them another message that says, here's the link. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any feedback or whatever you want to put on it. And now from there, they're one step closer to actually buying something from you. Step 2, show up in stories every single day. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time talking about this one, but here's how the story structure should theoretically look. You should have about 3 to 5 stories per day, sort of like the same thing that people do on Snapchat, but you're going to be posting these stories and sort of doing like life updates or like, you know, stuff around the offer that you want to sell, or maybe even like building suspense. Then when you actually are ready to sell and get people on the offer, they're already going to be prepared for 3 to 5 stories. Now in these 3 to 5 stories, you're going to sort of go through a story and a timeline. First, you build suspense. Then after that, you say, here's the problem most people have. Story 3 is, here's the proof. Story 4 could be, here's the offer. And story 5 is some sort of like urgency, like a deadline or something like that, or, you know, 20% off, 50% off, you know, whatever. Makes people feel like they have to do it now rather than later. And while that sequence is running alongside your Instagram Reels and your other videos on other platforms, it all coincides. And that's essentially just the base structure of an organic funnel. And it's really not that complicated, but it requires you to show up, give real value first, and have the path to being sold built before you even sell it. So that is the framework. Clarity of positioning, content that converts, consistency of your identity, and a sales infrastructure that actually closes. If this video resonated with you, here's exactly what I want you to do. First, subscribe. I'm just getting started with this channel, and I'm going to be sharing pretty much every single thing I know. I'm going to be sharing all my ball knowledge that I got about, you know, content, branding, ads, and I promise you don't want to miss what I got planned up my sleeve. Second, follow me on all social media. I'm going to be posting short form content or informational things like carousels or, you know, just thoughts that I have in my head about what I'm working on and developing my current process. And lastly, if you are a business owner or an agency operator and you want help implementing this exact system or other systems just like this inside of your business or agency, the link will be in the description. Come say hi. I'll see you guys in the next one.